Hi, YouTube. I hope everybody's doing well. This morning I was on my Facebook and I was going to write a Sunday message for people. And the minute I would get like a couple paragraphs in and I was talking about the Antichrist and it would kick me out. So then I'd try copying it all up to the point of where I got. And like if I had to change a word or like my eyes stick yeah, the letter I sticks on the small case, and I'll have to go back and make it large. So things like that, and it happened like 6 or 7 times. It's like this is just crazy. So I just decided, well, that's fine. I'll just make a YouTube video then. I wanted to anyway, but um, yeah, that's some baloney. And just that one word in particular, or the two words combined, I should say, seem to set off the algorithms or whatever. I'm not sure. It's like, okay, that's pretty bad. But yeah, just a moment. I've been thinking, we have a two-party system, so to speak, in politics, and there's all kinds of different churches, and people can go to wherever they want. For healthcare, there's holistic or traditional medicine, and um, some traditional doctors don't believe in acupuncture and that type of thing, or chiropractics, and some do. I mean, everybody has differing um, wants and needs for their medical care. What works for one person may not work for another. So I was thinking, why not separate everything? Schools for the unvaxxed, restaurants, gas stations, political venues, like courtrooms or whatever, everything. If they want to segregate everybody by the vaxxed or unvaxxed, but the main fact is, nobody has the right to force their idea of what is medical care on another human being at all, ever. And it's like Senator Rand Paul. He's also a medical doctor that studied immunology and virology for 30 years and is still a doctor. Uh, the political venue isn't his how did he word it, that's not his career. He's not a career politician is how he put it. And so, and he's really up in arms. He's the one that's been one of the ones that have been coming against Dr. Fauci and the CDC, because he knows it's fake, the fake science and the fake data and everything that's behind it. Now, the flu is not fake. The way they're treating the whole situation, that's the fakeness of it all. But I'm not going to fall prey to the pusher man, pushing their drugs on me. That's not happening to me. So, no matter what they think, there's nothing they can do to me that is going to make me bow to their whims. And I don't see any reason on God's green earth that we should have to go in the same store with them. If they want to stay away from me, that's fine. I certainly want to stay away from them, because if anybody's that forceful, I don't want you around me anyway, you know? So I've always been one. I know other people like this too. You tell me what to do, and 9 times out of 10, although it can be used as reverse psychology, but most of the time I am not going to do what you suggest just because it wasn't actually a suggestion. So, and that could be part of the ploy in a lot of ways too. So, I'm leery. I'm leery of everybody, and person should be. Question everything is what they say. Well, that's really good advice. So, yeah, there's a woman over in Hawaii, Olga Limpton. She got kicked off of YouTube, and she's a targeted individual. And she's on my Facebook, and I shared her uh, video. She was on there live, and I only had so much time to make this video right now, so I had to run. But I just wanted to tell her, hey, I was just talking about you yesterday, wondering how you were doing because Doug was mentioning how Hawaii is really coming down on their people, trying to make forced vaccines for the whole islands, and with no ability of food coming in or out if you don't grow your own. And even that for me, and I know she gardens, but I mean, even that for me is iffy for those people over there because, yeah, they want to take people out, you know, and like Monograph Channel says, Steven over there, he's like, and not out to lunch, or dinner, So anyway, just a moment. So yeah, geez, it was weird. I mean, for August it was weird. We got down the night before last, it was 55 degrees. Last night was 45 degrees, and it's 85 right now. That's a almost unheard of um, temperature span in the month of August for Minnesota. So a little odd, but yeah, I don't know. I really had um, a weird feeling. Doug has too. Like we don't feel good. It's not your typical like like sickness or illness or any. It's like impending doom type of feeling. It's just I think just feeling and sensing other people so adamant about pushing healthcare on other people that it's like Senator Rand Paul. He knows better. He's not getting the shot, obviously, and he's standing up for those that do. Do you know if you're considered treasonous in the United States of America, it is not illegal for one of its citizens or a group of them to take you off the planet. I mean, there doesn't have to be a courtroom. It's like if your government's treasonous, the punishment for treason is death. Well, anyway, Doug belongs to these government groups, you know, like some of the same pages and different things that Trump's on and different things. And they were talking about how this blackout, they expect a blackout on the internet and everything else within about a day or so because they say that they're going to be taking down the Biden administration physically. So, and a lot of them are trying to hide right now today. So I don't know if that's true. It could be. I don't know. But this is just from his information, what he's gathered, what some public officials are saying that work with the military, that the military that Trump had signed into to give his command over to hasn't stepped down, and they're still in command, so to speak, of everything to take down the dark cabal and the shadow government. So we'll see how that works. I hope that's true. I mean, I don't want nobody dead. I'd rather see him in a jail cell thinking about, oh, you didn't care if you poked a needle in my grandchild and that child died, for somebody, or you poked a needle in a cousin of ours and he died 2 days later. You don't care? Well, I care, you know, that type of thing. So, I mean, I don't really, I'd rather have him sitting in a cell and having to, instead of having the little Chinese people, uh, not in statue, I mean young, like child labor, sewing clothes for us. How about we have the dirty politicians sewing clothes for them? You know, that's more like it as far as I'm concerned. You know, so I don't know. Yeah, not a lot going really on today here. Um, I mean, I did a few things, my chores and stuff around here, but like I said, I really don't feel good today. Could be the heat too, and I didn't turn my air conditioner on. I just don't want to listen to the noise because of my headache. So I do have my fan going, but and I'm in happy spirits, you know. So yeah, just not feeling up to par, and um, I didn't eat anything like horrible yesterday. I made some steak last night and had salad with like every veggie I could put in there. You know that goes together. you know, but avocado and tomato, onion. You know, some things I'm not supposed to have, but I did take allergy medicine, so that kind of helped me from suffering through the night. Especially I put onions in there. They really wreak havoc on me, but I love them. I really do. I love onions. My dad and I used to eat onion sandwiches just with salt and pepper on them. and Doug's dad used to grow onions, and they were so strong. He'd eat them like apples. These old timers, let me tell you, they're some, that's a crazy breed. but um, yeah, love them. Can't have too many of them. I really have to limit myself. So kind of like I was, Doug's not big on it, but I love Spanish rice with stuffed green peppers and Spanish rice. And I wanted to make them. And it's probably pretty good that I didn't because I probably would have ate more than I should have because I just love it. I used to hate it, but now I just love it. And yeah, I don't know. But I think tonight I don't know what I'm gonna have. Maybe just some sandwiches. We've got these little dollar buns, the tiny ones, and probably just put something on them and have a glass of milk or something and call it good. I don't know, but I have some salad left, and that sounds good too. And I've been thinking of, I don't know if you've ever had tuna salad, pasta tuna salad with the little tiny macaroni rings. They're the little tiny ones. And then you chop up like onion and celery, really, really tiny, smaller than the rings, and put tuna in there and make like cold tuna salad with mayo in there and maybe a little milk to make it mix better and salt and pepper. I've seen people put radishes in it. Some people take that tuna mix like that and put it on saltines. I don't. I figured there's enough carbs and starch in the little macaroni rings. So yeah, but that's good. I like to make cold chicken salad too, and then I'll take. Oh, and then you take like a scoop of that, like a scoop, and take a bed of lettuce chopped up and take your scoop of tuna macaroni salad and put it on top of the lettuce. That is super good. If it sounds good, you can probably look the recipe up on YouTube. I'm sure somebody has like the old fashioned or traditional uh, macaroni ring tuna salad. It's good stuff, trust me. but there's other like everything in there except for the macaroni, the mayo, the milk, and the celery I can have. I'm not supposed to have, of course, the onions, the fish, and You could probably use whole wheat pasta too if you're trying to watch like your carbs, and then putting it on the lettuce. That's also cuts down on it and makes it go through your system more like a really good food for you instead of just a glob of starch. So, so I don't know. From what I understand, everything could. The reason why they're going to cause a blackout for like the internet and all communications and everything. Probably the gas stations will go down, and so could be in like a day or this tomorrow or within a day is what Doug was saying that he thought. And I told him I'm going to make another video because um, they were trying to cut my message for people this morning off of Facebook, and it's like, well, but he went to get extra gas and a few other things that we might need around here if things are cut off. It's you know good to be a little bit prepared. The car that we do have gets such good gas mileage, we could probably drive a couple months just, around. I mean, I don't know what we'd need if everything was closed every anyway, but I don't know. Although we do have capabilities to uh, run a car with a generator and keep things cold in our refrigerator, and I don't know. But they'll never starve me out. I'm just too good of a fisherwoman or hunter if I need be. So is Doug, and I can skin a deer and have it salted and drying or smoked within it. Well, it would take probably to get everything prepared to jerky. It would take about 2 days. We'd have to work night and day on it to prepare it like that. But I can dress and skin and have a deer cut up within about used to be about 3-4 hours. Now I'm sure it'd probably take about the whole day cleaning up the mess and everything. So because it isn't easy work. It's pretty hard actually. But I used to have friends bring me their deer and get some of the meat for doing it, so I didn't have to kill an animal, but I would get the meat. So I did that with antelope and elk and butchered cow. Um, let's see what else, or cattle. All kinds of things. Rabbit, ducks, squirrels. Yuck. Same with rabbit. I'm not really into eating anything so cute, but when I was little, I didn't really have a choice. I had to learn how to do things, whether and eat them or, you don't eat. You eat what's put on the table or you don't eat. That's the way it used to be anyway. So I was lucky my kids were never really picky. I wasn't really too particular about what I was fed. I was didn't complain, didn't dare complain, but no, I didn't complain. And sometimes they were considerate enough to even ask me what I wanted. And then when I just got older, I started cooking a lot for the family so I could kind of make what I wanted. And so I don't know. I used to love to cook, but I don't know anymore. It's like, oh, see, the thing about it is, and like if I baked cookies, I wouldn't even eat them while I'm baking them because the smell of hot sweet things is just repulsive to me. Like people walk in a bakery, they think it smells so good, and I worked in one a couple times, 3 times actually. It's like um once for the same store owner and another separate one, but oh, yuck. So that's how I feel when I'm cooking like cookies or something. Say if you make like 12 dozen cookies, that would be like a double batch of peanut butter or chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin, whatever I was making. and I wouldn't even want them that same day. But everybody else would like eat them all up, and there'd be none to put in the freezer. I mean, no great big deal, I guess, but kind of thoughtless for the cook. So there's times that I do, I mean, go all out, and it wasn't appreciated. It's like, well, then buy your store bought cookies. They're so yummy anyway, you know. But yeah, but well, I still will bake and cook and stuff. I just don't as much as I used to. I really used to do that almost on a daily basis, but or make like 5-star meals, just some beautiful stuff. And when you put all that time into it and then you just see it dissipate, well, yeah, that's what happens, but it's kind of a bummer. And it does get old. It really does. And if it's really hard to do, like Doug found that out. Geez, what was he doing? Something a couple weeks ago. He said, I'll make it, whatever it was. And it took him like almost an hour to do something that would take me about a half hour. And the kitchen was just a disaster, something like that. It's like, well, he tried. Wow. It was night before last. The wild dogs around here, the coyotes and stuff, were just crazy. And you can hear when they're out there hunting something down by the creek, and they just are yapping and yelling. And my dog just looked like they're nuts out there. I'm like, I told her, I said, well, they have to hunt for their food. They're not in here all safe and warm and fed and everything. And speaking of safe and warm and fed, my outdoor kitty Nellie is looking really good, very healthy. Her mom, the one that left her here and their mother left them there, is uh, well, anyway, her mom has 6 toes and she's a big white girl with some black on her and 6 toes. Came by yesterday, looked at her kid and her kid's kids, and it's just kids just looked at grandma like, oh, it's just grandma walking through. So I think she snuck through the other end of the carport though and came around to where I feed everybody and ate something, which is fine. I would never want any animal to go hungry. But we have a woodchuck in our yard, and I told Chucky to stay away from them kitties because I don't know if he'd hurt them or not sure, but they've got like claws like that long and teeth like that long, and they're pretty big animals. And I seen them heading over towards where the kitties were, and I said, Chucky, you get out of there. And I threw my boots on and ran out there. And I thought, if I got to kick him, even if he bites a hole in my boot, I'll kick him with the other one. I mean, I don't want to be like that, but I'm certainly not going to let some big wild animal beat upon the little kitties. So, and I haven't filmed them like I wanted to do because, for one thing, they're really spooky, and that's a good thing around here. That'll save their life. And their mom has been in so much pain. When I do go out there, she wants me to feed her and pet her. So if I was filming her, I really wouldn't be. I'd be doing her kind of a disservice. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, there's the crippled cat. It's like, no. I decided not to. It's like, not everybody's well wishing on animals anyway. And so I decided against it. Maybe later in the future, we'll see. I'd like to. They're awful cute, but I think it would just really infringe on their privacy at this time, especially like I say for the poor mama cat. I know animals have feelings and other people don't always look at it like that. I'm not saying everybody, because a lot of people really, really are in tune with the animals, but some just aren't. So I wasn't going to give them access to a video with my injured baby on there. It's like, nah, Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So I know that might not make sense to some people, but I know. I do know. It's like even when my dog had her operation, she's sensitive and it really hurt her feelings. Even just having stitches in her or even going in there to the doctor, even when she went to have her teeth cleaned, that was embarrassing for her, you know. So she is that sensitive. So it's like, no, no, so it's this kitty. She's and I don't want to hurt her feelings. She's hurt already. That's just, yeah. Shooting the breeze with you. Not much. I just want to kind of pre-warn you about that maybe impending darkness coming up. I mean, we all kind of know that anyway. But just in case, if you need to get another tank of gas or, excuse me, some of it might not help anyway, you know, depending on where you're at. You know, really, if somebody's close enough to where I'm at and you need my help, I am here, you know. And if you're far away and you think you could get here, you know, I would never turn anybody away, you know. Well, maybe a crazy Looney Tune trying to break in my house, yeah, that'd be different, but absolutely nobody. I would never turn anybody away, you know. Now, I may not let somebody come in and stay in all seriousness. I would if I was like if I was about 40 years old, I really wouldn't care, you know. But with Doug's health problems and other things, no, I wouldn't have a stranger that could be potentially dangerous. And that's the way I'm just telling it like it is, you know. But I would give somebody food. I would never deny them food, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just have to see. I don't know. I thought, oh, I had a second thought if it was like raining and cold and snow, I'd probably let somebody come in and kill me. Yeah, come on in. You know, no, I don't think I could turn anybody away. I think it was actually, I was trying to remember what year before her husband died, my stepdaughter got married. Um, it's the year I became a minister. Um, and I'm thinking that was like 2000, 2003. I don't know. I copied one post from Facebook that said 8 years, but I knew it was more than that. I could call. In fact, I lost my the licenses around here, and my number is 272, registered in Pine County, Minnesota for ordained licensed minister. But it's really actually probably closer to going on 20 years than it was anything. Not that it really matters or anything, but um, yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time ago. But yeah, so yeah, that's. But I was going to ask Doug last night. Her name's Christine, Chrissy. Um, what year did Chrissy get married? Hmm. Yeah, and then it was the following year her husband got in a motorcycle accident. She was pretty devastated, still pretty devastated. So terrible things in this world happen, and there was extenuating circumstances, but it all really wasn't very, very. None of it's good, you know. I sort of I took matched her wedding dress and got a Chrissy doll. They're called, and the hair comes out of the top of the head, and you can wind it up in the back. It makes it short or long with the same color hair she had. So I took a Chrissy doll and put the same exact wedding gown on the doll, including I made some lace underwear and the same ring Chrissy has so many sapphires and diamonds that her husband had saved for to make special for that ring. So I took the exact amount of diamonds and color of sapphire beads and made a perfect tiny little itty bitty wedding ring for the doll. Everything. It was really beautiful wedding. Really beautiful. She had a for going out um after for uh the reception. She had a white cloak with a fur lined hood that kind of made her look like a princess over a wedding gown and stuff. And they both looked pretty sharp. So, but yeah. But anyway, back to that Olga Limpton over in Hawaii. Um, she does not know another person on the whole island, the big island, um, that probably that she could trust. Even her kids are kind of hellacious to her, and I don't know. And she really doesn't have any family besides her children to speak of. So I chatted with her for a while, and I could sure see that she wasn't feeling well either. So, I think in just looking at the faces of people I know, you can see the sadness in their heart. I mean, this isn't pleasant for any of us. I think the only people that are laughing are the ones that are trying to be the pusher man, push your drugs on us, and laugh about it because you're getting away with it, or you think you're getting away with it. But something tells me it isn't going to go quite like they want it to. So God has His plans, and I do have faith in that. That this scheme of theirs and the things they are doing, it may get worse before it gets better. But I still don't think they're going to completely get their way with all of us like they want to. And like Rand Paul said, Senator Rand Paul, they can't kill us all. There isn't enough of them. So it's just terrible. I mean, when I was a little kid, it's not like I sat there thinking, wow, when I'm a grandma, I'm going to watch people put masks on my grandchildren's face and make them go to school deprived of oxygen and in fear of diseases that have been here since the beginning of time. You know, germs. Not that germs that have mutated, germs that they have manipulated against people, biowarfare chemicals, and all that. I never thought, oh, I'll look up in the sky and see things spraying in the sky, and I'll never ever be able to see the Milky Way again. And you can hardly see the sun on a sunny day, all those types of things. So never, never really thought that that type of thing would happen to this earth, you know. Well, I'm going to let you go and I will be back. If they don't cut us off, I'll be back. I hope your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are, is beautiful and have a wonderful coming week this week. And God bless your night or day wherever you're at. Peace, y'all. Oh, okay. on the count of one, two,